Welcome back, friends. Good to see everybody again today. It's our final day of You Are Not Alone. And it's bitter, really, it's bittersweet for me. I feel a little bit emotional. Been on this amazing journey with all of you. And we have a very, very special guest today, Rudy Saunderson, who's the managing director of MedScheme Namibia. I'm going to introduce Rudy to you shortly. I mean, I'm sure you all know him by now, but I just wanted to explain. I'm wearing my white suit today, and I bought it a few years ago, and I came home and I'm wearing it on. Obviously, this is a special occasion. I never wear my white suit. I came home, I showed it to my wife, and my wife said to me, "You better take that suit back to where you bought it." And I said, "No, man, I bought this suit from the Oriental Plaza. These amazing Indian guys, they said I look fantastic wearing the suit." And she said, "Promise me you will never wear that suit out with me." And I was like, "Okay, I promise." So I'm not wearing it out, I'm wearing it in. I'm sitting in my in my office and I'm wearing my suit. She says it looks like Elvis with a long collar, and it's got even the diamante studs. Anyway, I like it. I'm wearing it in. It's for you. It's our final day. I'm wearing my special suit. Let us take a nice deep breath together, as settling ourselves as we have been doing every single day. And you give yourself full permission to do so as much as you want to, with your family, with your children. Encourage each other to breathe. It's a difficult time. And your best friend will always say, just take a breath. Let us breathe together. Let's take that deep breath together, breathing in through the nose and slowly exhaling it out the nostrils. That's good. Breathing in again through the nose. And then gently exhaling it out the nose. And last big breath, breathing in. And fill those lungs, and let's breathe for those who are struggling to breathe at this time. And let's breathe out healing into our world. Imagine if you could just do that. Wouldn't it be nice? Checking in with how you feel today. Give yourself a number out of 10. What number would you give yourself today? A 1 out of 10. 1, I'm not good. 10, I'm doing great. And then opening your eyes. So as you know, we've been doing these exercises now. Today is our 14th day of doing that. Why do we do it? Well, I can tell you yesterday, I had a bad day. I had internet problems. I had Teams problems. I just had, I've got a friend I'm not sure is going to make it because of the virus. I'm really concerned. I just had a bad day. I was 3 out of 10. And, when you're a 3 out of 10, it's better just to keep your mouth shut. And it's better not to get involved in difficult conversations. And I woke up so much better this morning, and I feel like I'm a 7 out of 10 today. And I just feel brighter and happier when yesterday everything just felt terrible and gloomy and down. So we all have our up and down days, and it's okay. But why we have to check in with ourselves, why we have to check in with our children, why we have to check in with our colleagues, well, it's because of this. Because if you know that someone is a 3 out of 10 today, then you can be kind to them and you can help them. You can assist them. And if you are a 9 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10, then maybe you're the one that can reach out and lend a hand because you're feeling amped and you're feeling strong. So that's just the reason why, and it's an important reason. But if we don't know how we are, we'd never know what meetings to join or how to look after ourselves or what not to say or what to say. So as I said before, we have the great honor and the great privilege of having the managing director of MedScheme Namibia himself, Rudy Saunderson. And Rudy, may I ask you today, what number would you give yourself today, 1 out of 10?
I think if I have to select a number, there's so many things to be thankful for. So I would also go for a 7, although I'm not feeling my best.
Thank you for your honesty and for checking in with yourself. So you give yourself a 7, and at least we know that you're a 7, and at least we know you're a human being. That if you said to me you were a 10 out of 10, I'd be like, okay, here's the managing director, and he's really high up there. But Rudy is a human being too, just like everybody else. And we're still that 7 out of 10. There's still something that Rudy can do or work, some kind of something that can push him up or down. Anything can happen in our day that can affect how we feel. And Rudy, just to ask you, I know that you've been following this particular 14-day series, You Are Not Alone. What would you like to share with us just a little bit of an experience, or what your thoughts or views have been during this journey?
Thank you to you and your team, also all the Namibian guests. I think the 14 days have been excellent, and we have received a lot of positive feedback on a daily basis. We are all impacted, like you said, we're all human. It also impacted on me. Unfortunately, we also lost a colleague last week. That was very difficult. I've lost a lot of close family. I've lost friends, and so on. And I think what makes it more difficult during the pandemic is, in terms of tradition, one would normally, when you lose a friend or family member, you would be allowed to go support the family, say goodbye to the family member or friend in a dignified manner. And this pandemic is robbing you firstly from the family or friend, but it's also robbing you from that opportunity to go and say goodbye and support your family. So these 14 days meant a lot to me. I've recommended it to a lot of family. And I would like to encourage everybody, if you have missed any of those sessions, it's available. Go back, go and watch it, follow it. And there's a lot that one can take from these sessions. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you so much for that. And we've had such amazing guests. I mean, you are really the cherry on the top of it all. But we've had such brilliant people show up from your space, from your company's side, from special guests that have come through, listening to their stories, listening to really difficult situations. But really, at the end of the story has always been resilience and how they've overcome the challenges that they've had to face. And they've always given us the most tremendous hope. And just thank you for your encouragement for our friends to follow the series that is recorded. You can go back and have a look. And I appreciate, you visiting the loss again that we've all been through. And I apologize for the loss that you have had to experience. And I guess we're all in it together. And when we were just having a chat before we went live, you even mentioned, your 18-year-old daughter now finishing matric, and there's a loss now of fun and having an experience of finishing. Terrible loss. It's a loss that she will never forget. So the loss is severe, and it's in many different shapes and many different forms. I think really coming together on this platform, sharing our loss, sharing our hopes and our dreams, and realizing that maybe there's something we can do for ourselves, for our own mental health. And I really think, yes, health has been the most important thing. And because of health, everything shut down, churches and shops, and so much is shut down. But I guess really, realizing that health is so important, and that not only our physical health, but our mental health. I think our mental health is really, really, at this time, we've been suffering from post-trauma and pre-trauma. The pre-trauma is sitting at home and worrying about something that hasn't happened, and we call that pre-trauma. So Rudy, if I can just ask again, maybe if you have a message to all our participants on this last day of our challenge.
We are very proud to have hosted this 14-day challenge. And the only message that I have is really don't give up. Help is available. We will get through this together, and we should all stand together. If you get to a point where it's very, very difficult, go and help. Go and get help. Go and get assistance, but never give up. We must get through this and laugh again, enjoy life again, meet up with family again, braai without any restrictions. But the only way to get to that is to remain responsible and get vaccinated, and let us all work together and stay together to get through this.
Probably the most powerful words that anybody could say at this particular time, Rudy. Thank you so much for sharing that. And please reach out for help, as Rudy said. That's the bravest thing. The bravest thing now is to ask for help. It's not to put your brave face on. And I'm also aware of the stigma around this virus. Some people are very sick, but they don't let you know. You reach out, they don't want you to know that they're very sick. And then you upset people, friends, family, they're upset because they want to help. They want to share their wishes. There's stigma all over, stigma for mental health, stigma for the virus. But the brave thing is to ask for help. And asking for help is not giving up. It is refusing to give up. Remember that. Asking for help is not giving up. It is refusing to give up. And I love that. I wish that my family members that suffered from terrible stress and even suicide, I wish they had understood that very basic fact. It's been a great campaign. Friends, please put in the chat if there is anything that stood out for you that you're going to take away with you from this campaign. Did it change you in any way? I would love to hear your comments. Did it make any difference in your day? Did it make any difference in your life? I would really love to hear from you. And please, you can just put that in the chats. There's the anonymous is saying, thank you, Med Scheme. Appreciate the comment. A brilliant initiative. What is next is another comment. So sad that this is over and worried about tomorrow when I don't have this. I hear you, but now you have it in your heart. And, we've been saying that little voice in your mind, make that the voice of kindness and the voice of compassion and wisdom. I'm sure that there will be more initiatives, that this is not over. I'm sure that we will further our engagement in the near future. Maureen, thank you. Thank you to NHP for arranging these sessions. Special thanks to our host. It's a pleasure, Maureen. V is an 8 out of 10, feeling guilty for not reaching out to a friend who was down this morning. We'll give him a call after this. That's excellent. Rudy, someone's saying power, Rudy, for your words. There's thank you for Rudy for what your company is doing for us. There's a comment coming through there, a comment of gratitude. V is saying, I also want to thank you and all the guests we've had. I now sleep better that I've had in years, and I wake up with a grateful heart every morning. I wish everyone had this opportunity. Wow. What a power thing. Thank you. Best 14 days I've ever done being present, says Anonymous. This campaign has been a constant companion through a very challenging 2 weeks. Thank you, Mark and Mindful Revolution. Thank you. And there's a comment, just breathe. We come back to the basics of looking after ourselves. And as we know at this time, the breath has become the most vital thing in our life. And not just to calm our mind and our energy, our nervous system, but to think, could we ever imagine that the whole world would be struggling to take a breath? And in more ways than just one. Bernadette is saying that this was such a beautiful journey. It came at the right time. I was able to share further the knowledge that I gained here. I even check in differently with my people. I'm grateful. I'm an 8. Thank you. Bernadette, thank you for being a part of this campaign. Thank you to each and every one of you for following this campaign and for contributing to this campaign. You made this campaign happen. Ilana, thank you so much. I mean, what a powerful person. We had Ilana on, and she was vulnerable enough to share her story, which was really, really amazing. My takeaways were breathing techniques that we've been amazing. The importance of breathing. You see breath coming through when stressed out, overthinking. You will realize that you at times are keeping up with your breath, not breathing as you should. All topics were interesting and relevant. Yes, thank you. James, thank you. Very informative. He says, introspective learning experience. Now the real work begins after buying and reading the book by Dr. Viktor Frankl with Logotherapy Introduction and Search for Meaning. Absolutely, James. Well done. Focus, says Anonymous. That's something that's vitally important in an age where our focus is being slowly deteriorated by so much. Can we fight for our focus back? Absolutely, because that is the key to our mental health. Ilana is saying that we have weekly sessions at 10 o'clock. So please be reminded that it's not over. We have weekly sessions on Wednesdays at 10 and a monthly masterclass at Thursday at 10 o'clock as well. So we are keeping going in these ways. So don't forget, come and join those sessions, and then we will still be together. And beautiful. Thank you so much for all your comments. It really, really warms my heart, and I feel quite emotional that it is the last day, and that I've got to know you, and that I'm grateful that you've learned some things and that you've come back to some realizations for yourselves. The best way to take care of our future is to take care of the present moment. So I'd like to close off with a little practice that we can do together. And it's a mindfulness practice. Please explore mindfulness. Anonymous is saying gratitude is one of the biggest things that's come out of this program for you. Whatever it is that is your takeaway, please take that and hold it and revisit the sessions. Listen to the audios again, watch the videos again. You'll always be learning more and more after every session. We're going to do a final little practice as in closing. And I believe mindfulness is a cure or something that keeps us mentally fit in a time of incredible suffering. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. I do believe that. And as Stephen Covey says, 10% is what life throws at us, and 90% is our reaction. So we can manage our reactions through our mental practices. So please join me in this practice. Let's take in another deep breath, breathing in through the nose and slowly exhaling out the mouth. And just breathing nice and calm and smooth. So feel a sense of gratitude for yourself for having completed this program. Well done to you. You can give yourself a pat on the back that you've taken a big step towards understanding your own mental wellness and your health. And not only for yourself, but for your friends and your family. Let's take in another beautiful slow breath and release. Be aware of your body as you sit on your chair. And give thanks to your body for all the work that it does for you. We can be grateful at this time for being alive. And a lot of the time, we don't even recognize the present moment. We are thinking of the future or lost in the past. Be aware of your feet, of your hands, of your head, of your shoulders, of your belly, of your legs. And your five senses, what can you hear now? What can you smell? What can you taste? What can you see? What can you touch? Ground yourself into the moment when things feel chaotic, always coming back to the present. Take another slow breath in and out. And feel that you are enough. Feel some self-compassion for who you are, for the person that you are, for the journey that you've been on. You can place your hand on your heart and say, I am enough. I am enough. Reflect on your good qualities, on how you've completed this journey. You can drop your hand down. And now think of the fruits of people that will benefit from our understanding and knowledge that we've learned through this program, that we can be of benefit to others, that we're feeling good, that we're looking after our time more, we've created boundaries, we've explored those ideas, that we can rest on our values, we can be curious, opening our mind from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And having practiced all these things, we can soar like a bird, like an eagle in the sky, with vision for a better tomorrow. We must keep hope and meaning and purpose, that everything will improve. Hold that image in your mind of a better world where we are free from the scourge of this virus and all our earthly problems. Never give up hope. Never give up hope. Never give up, as Rudy said. And now we can drop our hand down to our lap and take in another deep breath and breathe it out. Blinking your eyes open. And it's really, really special for me, to have the managing director of a big business like MedScheme, join. It's a great honor, actually, to have someone follow the program. I know that Rudy is a very busy man, and to have someone actually be part of the initiative rather than view it from a distance is something that really means a lot to me, because it says something about authenticity as an authentic leader. And these days, a lot of leaders are reaching out to me saying, we're struggling with being authentic. We're struggling with being empathetic. We've always been focusing on the bottom line, but now more than ever, we are focusing on the people. So Rudy, again, a big word of gratitude to you. Thank you so much for being with us at this final session. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Thank you to you. Thank you to your team. Also, thanks to my colleagues, Ingrid and Ilana. I would like to just quote what you said a few minutes ago. You said, take care of the future by taking care of the present moment. That's so powerful. Thank you very much for those words. Mark, all I can say is goodbye. It's not farewell. It was very good to meet you. And thank you for a wonderful 14 days.
Thank you so much for allowing us, for giving us the space to run this program, and for being here with us today. You're a special person, and I'm sure we'll see you again real soon. Friends, I'd like to leave us with a poem. I found this poem recently, and I wanted to read it to you. And it goes something like this. If the mountain seems too big today, then climb a hill instead. If the morning brings you sadness, it's okay to stay in bed. If the day ahead feels heavy and your plans feel like a curse, there's no shame in rearranging. Don't make yourself feel worse. If a shower stings like needles and the bath feels like you'll drown, If you haven't washed your hair in days, don't throw away your crown. A day is not a lifetime. A rest is not defeat. Don't think of it as failure, just a quiet, kind retreat. It's okay to take a moment from an anxious, fractured mind when the world will not stop turning while you get realigned. The mountain will still be there when you want to try again. You can climb it in your own time. Just love yourself till then. It's by Laura Ding Edwards. And I leave you with those words, friends. We will see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Stay healthy. And as Rudy said, please get vaccinated. It is very, very important for everyone. And please be safe. Look after yourselves, your mental health, your physical health. And please practice peace. Be a channel of peace so that you can breathe that peace in and share that peace with everyone around you. That's the end of our series. Take care of yourselves, friends. Many thanks.